EA Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill on the sidelines. Allie, we've got a good matchup in the guard position tonight, Clark.
Here we go.
Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Tari Eason. Anthony is out there with Holmgren. And it's Duncan in at the 5 down low.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
Here's Kidd. Anthony outside. Kidd, the pass to Eason. Now Anthony, defended by Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. And Reeves pulls it down. Pass to Pippen. No good with the elbow jumper.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Anthony with a bucket.
Inside, Anthony runs into some contact, but he stays strong and focused and finds a way to work through it.
Rose finds Turner. And here's Pippen. Pass to Hayes. And here's Reeves outside. No luck on that one.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Out to Anthony. Here's Kidd, guarded by Rose. Anthony up top. A solid offensive force, averaging 24 points a game.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4. It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Screen by Holmgren. Anthony with it. Now Pippen defending. To the paint. Here's Reeves. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Anthony right side. Fires in the triple. Anthony's got 5 now.
Good to see Anthony knocking down that 3. When he does this, the offense becomes even more potent.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Kidd, such a great two-way threat who makes everybody around him better. What a player.
Here's Rose. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Kidd, the pass to Anthony. Here's Holmgren. Pass to Duncan. Now here's Anthony. New York working the ball around now. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's Rose.
Oh, hey, how about big that? Time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, Rose can get flashy with the best of them.
Anthony outside. Holmgren finds Anthony. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's Kidd. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Anthony outside. Inside, Duncan. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
Pass to Hayes. Rose outside. Now Reeves. The three. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose.
I don't want to see no more. I don't. Please stop. I don't.
Reeves oozing with confidence on shots like these. Really good job capitalizing there.
Anthony outside.
No, it's not.
Right back with their own
That's not. That's what people
Anthony's
do.
got his third basket of the
You
night.
can join themselves without doing that.
Much better than he is right now.
It's worldly.
Reeves against Eason.
Yes.
Reeves, the pass to Rose. And another three for Orlando.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the three right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Turner against Holmgren. Pippen outside. There's a screen. Launches it. And it's New York with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Kidd the pass to Duncan. And Turner with the block.
Turner using every inch of his length to protect the rim. Denied.
It's Eason with the jam.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Magic, O'Neal comes in for Turner, and it's Thompson in for Reeves. Hayes with a screen on Eason. Back to Hayes. Outside O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thompson. A rebound by Duncan.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
Holmgren, the pass to Anthony. Here's Kidd to the wing, right side. And again, New York with the triple.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Rose. Protected by Holmgren.
And Holmgren says, meet me at the summit. I'm a certified rim protector.
Orlando making a switch here. Jackson Davis is checked in. Orlando with the ball. 6-point game. Rose outside. Shot to stop the run, and he hits the jumper. Rose has got 11 points.
Only one miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
Anthony outside. They set the pick. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
Nice work by Duncan to lay into that defender.
Rose, the pass to Hayes. Pippen outside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
How about that authoritative punch by Pippen? Showing you just how strong he can be on finishes like that.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Orlando making some changes. Williams is checked in for Hayes. Chris Middleton comes in for Jackson Davis. And Reeves is subbed in for Rose. The shot by Kidd, no good. Magic trail by 4. Pippen right side. The Knicks pull it in. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. They can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Here's the pick. Here's Anthony. Good on the bucket. Anthony's got 12.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Kidd. And the layup falls. And now it's an 8-point New York lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Kidd. Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Pulls up on the wing. The shot by Kidd, no good.
That's a shot he didn't make. He's usually going to make those.
Outside, Williams. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Kidd. Pass to Duncan. 2 on the clock. This is at the rim. A big-time effort for Carmelo Anthony, providing a lot of energy for New York. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Time. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
We've got Austin Reeves. Royce O'Neal is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Jackson-Davis is screen. Back to Garland. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Gets the front of the rim and out.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Getting the ball into the paint for a close range look. That's a nice pass.
Magic trail by 8. Outside Garland. Pass to Thompson. And here's O'Neal. No one near him. Jackson-Davis. Sarr pulls it in. Wells with it. Picked up by Reeves. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Suggs. He takes it in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. From deep, Sarr, after missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Garland, the pass to O'Neal. Now here's Reeves. He's covered by Wells. The offensive rebound. Jackson-Davis blocked. Outside Wells. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot here. He was all alone on that one. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Orlando. Pippen comes in for O'Neal. Now here's Reeves. Defense right on him. And here's Pippen. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Just 4 to shoot. To snap the cold streak. It's deflected.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical.
That's a foul, bro.
Basketball's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
That free throw's good from Thompson. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And, Clark, for decades now, we've seen the Western Conference have the upper hand. Any reason you can fathom?
Not really, other than tide shifts on occasion based on who the players are on teams in each conference. Maybe some of that frontier spirit coursing through, although I don't quite believe that as a major factor. One thing you see in the West, though, a lot of smaller market teams, and historically they've done a good job of how they run those clubs.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Success hasn't changed Austin Reeves' underdog mentality. He said it doesn't shift at all. There's a good majority of people that probably still don't think that I'm that good. It's a common theme for my life. What pushed me to get here are the people who doubted me. I always have to keep that in mind. Back to you, B.A.
Keeps that chip on his shoulder. Thanks a lot, Allie. Suggs, the pass to Swift. The 3 ball. New York again can't hit. Magic trail by 12. Pass to Garland. Back to Thompson. Now Turner. 3-pointer. Good D by Sarr.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage in. As a result, they've got a big lead.
And that was good. Wells has gotten his 2nd bucket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. Pippen's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's on a roll in this quarter. The defense better be careful.
Pass to Swift. And here's Wells. He's covered by Reeves. 18 feet out. Wells, that's good. Wells has got 6 points.
He's found his game in the 2nd quarter, looking very assertive now.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Pippen. Sarr pulls it in. Knicks leading by 13. And stolen by Reeves. Thompson in the post. He's against Smith. Thompson passes to Pippen. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Rose is checked in for Orlando. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A new lineup here for New York. Takes a step back. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. 14 points for him.
You know, this is what Rose does best to me, guys. A scorer who attacks on offense with unbridled ferocity.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic. And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. trailing by 10. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Anthony. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Back to Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Turner. Gets a second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
This is all you can do. I mean, Turner's height, length, skill level, and he's got confidence now. That all allows him to score under pressure.
Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, BA. I mean, those are two very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Kidd, the pass to Anthony. Holmgren with a screen on Garland. To the middle. Pass to Duncan. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Orlando making some changes. Hayes is checked in for Darius Garland. And Reeves is subbed in for Amen Thompson. And there's 1:45 left in the second quarter. Oh, it's stolen. Kidd, the pass to Anthony. Here's Duncan. Guarded by Rose. The 3 from Holmgren. 4-3, Holmgren.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Pass to Hayes. Now Pippen. On the take. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. The Knicks with the rebound. Duncan's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
They grab their own miss.
Come on, y'all. Y'all are not grabbing a rebound. He's not even a rebounder.
Rose outside.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And this is a vintage night from Derrick Rose. It's like we're back in 2011, his MVP season.
The 3, Anthony. Kept alive. Here's Duncan. And at last, they get one to fall. Duncan's got 9 points.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And so that's the end of the first half. New York out in front, up 9. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Orlando Magic.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your...
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you look at Derrick Rose. What a contribution.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So on the floor for the Knicks. Chet Holmgren out there with Anthony. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Duncan in at center, filling out the middle. Anthony right side. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebounded by Pippen. Pippen's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. He's off on that one. Eason with some nice D. Knicks leading by 9. Pass to Kidd. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Down low. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Back to Rose. Here's Turner. Pippen outside. Pass to Rose. And it's New York with a rebound. Now here's Anthony. 14 points for him. They set the screen with the drive. And Anthony slams it in.
Dunked on.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Reeves finds Hayes. Pippen outside. Wide open. Orlando again missing.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing 3 straight like that.
There's the double team with Pippen. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The free throw drops for Anthony.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Pippen outside. Back to Rose. Cuts off the pass. Up top, Holmgren. Turner covers. Here's Kidd. Anthony outside. Pass to Duncan. Over Hayes. Here's Anthony. Up and in on the layup.
Let's go, Anthony.
Anthony's got 7 points for the quarter.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Here's Pippen. 11 points in the game. They need this. On the wing, Reeves. And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Here's Kidd, guarded by Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony outside. Goes up from the top of the key. Goes back up. Pass to Kidd. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kidd's got 7 points in the game.
Known as a pass-first player, that's who Jason Kidd is. He doesn't shy away from shooting off the catch when he has opportunities.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Oh, you move my arm away. Come on, you can.
He certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
And here's New York now. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Anthony outside. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Anthony's got 24.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Eason against Reeves. Rose up top. He's got 18. Pass to Hayes. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Pippen. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Rose. Out to the wing. There's a screen. Pulls up. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 11. Here's Kidd. And the shot goes in. Kidd's got 9 points.
Down low, Kidd's assertiveness makes the difference. I mean, helping them get around the trees, the big fellas in there, and to a shot. That's good work.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, team. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Brian, back to you.
Taking that long view approach. All right, thank you, Allie. And then Thompson checked in for Turner. Here's Rose, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A flash of that athleticism yet again. It's clear Rose enjoys getting up and punching it down.
Well, Jackson Hayes, a rim-running center with explosive athleticism.
Yeah, he's a constant lob threat. I mean, plays well above the rim. He sets solid screens. He's got pretty good feet, so he's able to get out of his screens quickly. Rebounds, protects the paint. I mean, he plays his role at a high level, and he's shot over 70% from the field multiple times in his young career.
Sarr with a screen on Thompson. Smith into the lane. Here's Sarr, and finished off by Sarr.
And the long arms of Sarr on full display. You got to keep this kid off the offensive glass.
Rose against Suggs. Pippen outside, looking to end this cold spell. And it's New York with a rebound. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Outside Wells. From downtown, it's Hayes with the rebound. And so it's Rose with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Sarr, defended by Pippen. Sarr with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Swift. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Sarr finds Suggs, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. So for the Magic, Jackson Davis comes in for Hayes, and Okoro is subbed in for Pippen. Orlando's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Orlando moving the ball around. Jackson Davis a screen. Floats one. Back to Okoro. Oh, deflected. Here's Reeves. The shot no good. Good D by Wells. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Oh, got that one up quick. Wells has got 8 points.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play. Finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And the layup is good off the glass.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Now Suggs. Still no points. Suggs with a screen on Thompson. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And Suggs, here we go. Pass to Wells. Fires the three, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And following that, the number of second-chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
Outside Wells. Orlando with the rebound. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Fast break, New York. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's Rose. Give him 20. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, when he let it
Rose
jump.
has got 22.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And so it's New York, building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Darius Garland, Miles Turner out there with Isaac Okoro.
You jumped me
Dennis
away
Thompson,
from the guy.
And it's Pippen in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Smith outside. Suggs with a screen on Thompson. Pass to Swift. It's stolen away. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Okoro.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Smith outside. Sarr with a screen on Thompson. An open look for Smith. That's short off the rim.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Garland against Suggs. It's Thompson, high post. Over to the wing. From 17, Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the inside. Swift, the pass to Smith. They set the pick. Basket's good.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Now here's Suggs. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Pass to Thompson. Up and over Smith. Thompson's shot is off. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Sarr with a screen on Thompson. Releases. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the basket by Pippen.
This is a shot Pippen is very comfortable with. He's extremely effective in the mid-range.
4th quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Back to Wells. Swift, the pass to Suggs. Clock at 6. And here's Smith. Over Thompson. And a great job by the D, contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field. You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Suggs with it. Outside Wells. To the paint. Oh, stolen by Turner. Outside Garland. Off target from three-point range. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
Out to Garland. Here's the three. Knocks down the long K. Now a timeout called by New York. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And that one drops for him.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
Anthony outside. Launches a 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. And so it's Rose with it. He brings it up for the Magic. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Back to Turner. Pass to Thompson. Back to Turner from outside the arc. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. There's the double with Thompson. Here's Kidd. Now here's Holmgren. Pass to Duncan. Pulls it from 20. And the Knicks miss again. The Magic have gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. And here's Turner beyond the arc.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
The Magic making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. Here's Hayes. Orlando moving the ball around. Back to Reeves. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Kidd, guarded by Rose. The shot by Kidd, no good. Orlando's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And stolen by Anthony. To stop the drought, and Anthony slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Nice shot by Turner.
Well, in the way the game is played in this day and age, it really is beneficial to have a big man who can stroke it from deep, and Turner is definitely of that ilk. One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Orlando with the ball. Outside Reeves. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
Back to Pippen. Pass to Reeves. Shot clock at 6. And there's a pick. Shoots over Eason. The shot by Reeves, no good. New York leading by 21.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Anthony. We've got 1:55 left in the final quarter. Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron. Here's Orlando. They're on a 16-6 run. And the basket by Pippen.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
Here's Kidd. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Magic trail by 21.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
He got his Gatorade on.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Anthony outside. Screen by Holmgren. Some room here for Anthony. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Uses the glass on the layup.
Okay, you 30, Pippen.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Substitution on the court.
Garland feeling it out a bit.
He didn't have his feet
What?
planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Puts it up off the inbound. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight.